In the presidency, Bathabile Dlamini has condemned the act of gender-based violence disguised as religion. She was speaking outside court today.
We condemn the acts of gender-based violence that occurred in the guise of religion and faith. Today we find adults who took children to places of worship who are accomplices, since they also contributed to the grooming of the children as sex slaves. We condemn the hijacking and use of our own buildings as sites of illegal religious practices. What is happening in these places of worship is human trafficking. Guided by the National Policy Framework for Women's Empowerment and Gender Equality, which establishes a clear vision and framework for gender mainstreaming across laws, policies, procedures, and practices pertaining to gendered inequalities. We acknowledge that the national gender machinery in government cannot shift public policy agendas for women without the participation of organizations of civil society. The Ministry of Women has thus invited all pillars of the democratic state to strengthen our national efforts towards a society that realizes a South Africa free of all forms of discrimination on the basis of sex, gender, and sexual orientation. I call upon all South Africans to revisit parenting and strengthening of family systems. It is not normal that more than 60% of children are growing in single-parent households, and that we have moved away from the principle of, I quote, "It takes a village to raise a child," close quote.
Meanwhile, criminals